What's going on, guys? Welcome into the channel. My name is Eric, also known as Kinetic615, back for the next episode in this Michigan Wolverines Slow Sim Dynasty. We're in year 7, 2031, week 10, ranked number 3, undefeated, trying to go back to back for this dynasty. We've won 3 national championships in 4 years. We've been to 4 consecutive national championships. We've got 3 consecutive Big Ten championships. We've got back-to-back consecutive undefeated national championship seasons. And now we're trying to cap it off with this season to run it back 3 times in a row. This week we're going on the road to Northwestern to take on the Wildcats for the George Jewett Trophy. Real quick, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, hit the notification bell. Again, for those that are just tuning in for the first time, this is a slow sim dynasty. We are not playing the games, we are setting the schemes, we're recruiting the players, developing the players with the depth chart, the playbooks, and letting them go, letting them run, see how good we actually are at building a team when we can't just jump in and overpower the CPU AI to make sure we win. Let's take a quick, we haven't done this in a while, so let's just go take a quick review of the depth chart and roster. So our starting quarterback is redshirt senior Quincy Merritt. Our starting running back is converted wide receiver, one of my favorite players that I've had in the dynasty, which there's no real reason for it. You can see he doesn't have any like abilities or anything like that other than the natural ability. I just really like this dude, Cooper Kaxer. He's a 5'9", former wide receiver converted to running back. I just really like dude. He's fun to watch. But behind him we've got Matthew Connors and Leah Zugwu. At fullback we've got Sean Miners. At wide receiver, Warren Dennis, Ruben Carmen, Richard Suggs, Manu McCracken, Marvin Roseboom, and Dion Tobin. At tight end, Demarius Lynch, Marquise Lake. At left tackle, Jamie Pettis, Keelan Duzable, Greg Coffey. Left guard, Robert Kafka, Rashard Wimper. At center, Arsenio Cavazos, Clay Batonio. At right guard, Lawrence Kalawaya, Malcolm Kopp, and Nathan Cager. At right tackle, Dwight Gage, Keelan Duzable again. Left edge, we've got Zach O'Toole for rundowns. For passing downs, Billy Ogburn and Teddy German. On the right side of the line, we've got Curtis Moffitt, Warren Gizzy, and Larry West. At defensive tackle interior, we've got Trent Devon. We've got Jamie Charbonnet, Brian Colombo, and Larry Prince. At Sam linebacker, Levi Hebb and Kyler Radley. At Mike linebacker, Cam Huma, Manu Amador, and Alex Doris. Will linebacker, Stephen Abiamiri and Logan Hasselbeck. Cornerback, Alex Lambo, Kona Nguyen, or Nguyen. How do you say it? I just saw a thing the other day, someone saying it. I always said Nguyen, but I saw somebody else doing a pronunciation of it. It was like Nguyen. 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 I don't know. I'm just gonna say Nguyen. Terrence Blizzard, Quinn Vick, Cesar Centeno. Free safety, we've got Derek Wayne and Keyshawn Kenoy. Strong safety, we got Tim Guy and Jose Guardado. Starting kicker is Tim Price, who made the move from punter over to kicker this season. Starting punter is TJ Banks. Kick returners, Richard Suggs and Warren Dennis. Third down back, Cooper Kaxer. Power back, Leah Zugwu. Slot receiver, Richard Suggs, Warren Dennis, and Cooper Kaxer. Rush edges, Billy Ogburn and Curtis Moffitt. Rush interior, Devon and Charbonnet. Sub linebackers, Tim Guy, Stephen Abiamiri, Logan Hasselbeck. Nickel corner is going to be run by Blizzard and Vic. Nose tackle, Brian Colombo. Gadget will be Manu McCracken. Alright, our recruiting board is done for the season until we get to the transfer portal. as you can see here. We'll do a quick run through. So we've got commitments from let's do from national ranking. All right, so we got 5-star edge rusher or defensive line athlete Muhammad Fawerda from Alpharetta, Georgia. 5-star linebacker Connor Sturm from Detroit, Michigan. 5-star wide receivers, a pair of them. First with Anthony Goings out of Marietta, Georgia. Then Yosifa Smoker out of Lehigh Acres, Florida. 5-star running back DeAndre Duke. 5-star linebacker Tyler Griggs. 5-star safety Max Hicks. 4-star offensive lineman Ryan Vogel. 4-star linebacker Davon Grubbs, Broadview, Heights, Ohio. Vogel was out of Oradell, New Jersey. Hicks was out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Tyler Griggs was out of Rabun Gap, Georgia. Satellite Beach, Florida for Duke. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip over those. 4-star corner Braden Daniels, Fairburn, Georgia. 4-star offensive lineman Emmett Charlton out of Hightstown, New Jersey. 4-star offensive lineman Caleb Berryman from Sydney, Ohio. 4-star defensive tackle, nose tackle, Marcus Hawker out of Byron, Illinois. 4-star corner, Matt Nix from Haymarket, Virginia. 4-star safety, Xavier Keene from Hyattsville, Maryland. 4-star athlete projected as a tight end, Isaiah Bosby from Miami, Florida. 4-star corner, Cornell Schobert out of Detroit, Michigan. 4-star athlete projected as an offensive lineman, TJ Pilgrim from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. 4-star linebacker Dom Beckner from Bellflower, California. 4-star linebacker Jaquan LaRoque out of Franklin, Georgia, little brother of Mello LaRoque, the former D-tackle that went to the NFL last season. 4-star quarterback Micah Watford from San Marcos, California. And finally, a 3-star punter George Bieria from Apopka, Florida. All right, let's jump into the game. I'm not going to do commentary for this entire game. I know I haven't been doing commentary for the entire games lately. I will get back to doing that, guys. I've got a lot going on in real life the last month or so, maybe 2 months, trying to get through the disability, trying to keep bills paid while I'm trying to get to the disability. So I'm trying to do a lot of things while still getting these games in. I didn't want to not get one in today, so but I've got to do a couple things. But I will jump back on towards the end of the game. As always, we're going to use my custom playbooks. They are both up for download. Skull Blue for offense, Skull Blue for defense. Let's see, let's wear our white and yellows. Northwestern, they've got... Oh, let's see. Oh, I like that. Gothic alternative? That's cool. Doesn't Washington have a similar one? I kind of like that one too. What would this one look like with the Gothic jersey? Oh, that's kind of dope, dude. I like that. Let's see, okay, so they have purple socks? No, the purple socks don't work. Black socks don't work. Why do those socks not work? It's such a weird glitch that they don't fix. Let's go with that for Northwestern. I actually like that.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football,
All right, here we go, guys. Enjoy the game. I will be back shortly.
Kick it off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have the opening possession of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Wants to throw. It's Merritt. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They want to run it left here. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Finds his man. It's Dennis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. The give out of the gun. Getting worked on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on 3rd down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Northwestern's offense will have its first possession of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. Back to pass. It's high. Got his man on the outside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Northwestern right back to the line.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the air, it's Merritt. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Dennis. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it along the sideline. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Wolverines want to move quickly. A designed run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal blocking.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the ground. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Texas is currently ahead early in this one in DKR, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Oregon State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's high. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Punts it out of the air. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. Caught behind the line. It's Lynch. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Merritt. Makes the catch, it's Suggs. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got a man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Wolverines are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Hope. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Merritt. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pushes ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's home.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Merritt. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's complete to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What do you work?
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Arkansas State.
Looking to pass. It's high. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the left. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Michigan! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way to...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Cheek. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Northwestern will send out the punt team. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They go to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Merritt. Rushes on him. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's home. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw. It's high. Finds a little space. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Throws to the back. It's complete. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
First down for the offense.
To the air on 1st down. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Creates a little room. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
1st and goal, Michigan.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Scanning the field, it's high. Pocket breaking down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna sling it on second down. Throwing right. He's got it. Knocked off his feet. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Dennis. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Punt is in the air. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Back to pass. It's high. Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Running to Green.
The returner is tackled down at the
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Tight end now in motion. To throw, it's Merritt. Makes the catch. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Wolverines are on the move. Back to the ground game on the left. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Motion from the wideout. Just going to keep it after the snap. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Finds his big tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. To the air. It's high. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam and the defense finally got it.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They think there's room to run to the right here. He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Make sure he doesn't get back up.
What's going on, guys? I'm back. All right, so we got a 59-3 just domination game for Michigan on the road. This is after we did it last week against Maryland.
And I'm a fan of this, man.
I'm sorry, USC, and then the week before Maryland. So we are owning this road swing.
That's why they've built this lead. They've had a
Merritt hands it to Kaxer, running right, gets through the line across the first down marker past the 20. 1st and 10 Michigan. That should be the final play of the game, unless they run one more here. No, they're going to let it run out.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched bread.
All right, Michigan wins the George Jewett Trophy. Their 65th win in this head-to-head series to stay undefeated on our campaign for a 3rd undefeated championship season.
Post stuff on social media. It's a lot of
Let's
fun.
look at the stats for the game.
It's something that you every year
All right,
you have a
so
game
Michigan,
start.
Quincy
This
Merritt,
was
33 of
Jesse that took care of
36,
business.
2 touchdowns, 323 yards.
Really did, and we saw some
Rushing,
great
Cooper
individual
Kaxer,
efforts
16
in this
carries,
game, by the
84
way.
yards,
It's
1
so cool
touchdown.
to see some of these players that have had
Leah
terrific
Zugwu, 6 carries,
careers,
35 yards,
make
2
some of the
touchdowns.
biggest plays of their lives.
Catching,
In this
Cooper
game,
Kaxer
in a
had 6
rivalry
catches
game
for
that just
84
means
yards.
so much.
Marquise
This is a
Lake,
fun
6
one
for
to follow.
59 and a
That's gonna
touchdown.
do it from here.
Suggs,
For
6
David
for
Pollack
75 and a
Jesse Paul, I'm
touchdown.
Reese Davis, and
Dennis,
you've
6
been
for
watching
49.
another presentation of
Ruben
EA
Carmen,
Sports
5 for
College
27.
Football.
Sean Miners, 2 for 17. And then Lynch, 1 for 8. McCracken, 1 for 4. Blocking, no sacks given up by the offensive line. Lawrence Kalawaya led with 18 pancakes. We got tackles leader split 7 apiece for Curtis Moffitt and Tim Guy. TFL's leader, though, is clearly Curtis Moffitt with 6. 3 of those were sacks. Trent Devon had 1.5 sacks, with Zach O'Toole getting the other half. Billy Ogburn and Jamie Charbonnet each had 1 sack. We had 3 interceptions in the game, 1 each for Terrence Blizzard, Alex Lambo, and Stephen Abiamiri. Blizzard led with 3 PBUs, 2 forced fumbles, 1 recovered by Curtis Moffitt, 1 defensive touchdown by Abiamiri on his interception, and then Moffitt had one of his sacks was actually for a safety. Kicking, Tim Price 5 for 5 with a long of 43 from the field and 6 for 6 extra points. Punting, TJ Banks had 1 punt on the day for 30 yards. Kick returns, Suggs had 2 for 41, Dennis had 1 for 7. Punt returns, Suggs had 2 for 14. Let's exit out. We'll advance the week and see what changes from week to week. This will be the second week of the college football playoffs rankings, and somehow, even though we dominated a Big Ten opponent, we drop in the ranking. This is stupid. Curtis Moffitt gets Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. This Kaxer, he's had a quiet couple weeks. He's still in the lead for Heisman, though. Alright, so Bama stayed at 1. LSU jumped both us and Clemson with a win over Missouri. They win 38-24 and they jump us and Clemson. We beat Northwestern and dropped from 3rd to 4. Like, that's stupid, dude. Oregon and Nebraska stay at 5 and 6. Oklahoma moves up to 7. TCU drops to 8. Florida moves up from 10 to 9. USC drops from 9 to 10. Miami stays at 11. Auburn moves up 3 spots from 15 to 12. Tulane stays at 13. Washington moved up 2 spots to 14. Tennessee moved up 3 spots to 15. Texas moved up 4 spots to 16. Boise State stayed pat at 17. Texas Tech dropped from 18 to 21. Same for Notre Dame from 19 to 22. Both of those teams had bye weeks. North Carolina dropped from 14 to 20 with a loss to Duke. Oklahoma State jumped from 24 to 21. And then we have 4 new teams in the top 25, Duke, BYU, Florida State, and UCLA, which means that Georgia, Kansas State, Pitt, and Iowa State all dropped out of the top 25. That's going to be this episode, guys. Make sure to tune in next time as the number 4 ranked 8-0 undefeated Michigan Wolverines head into East Landfill, Michigan to take on little brother Sparty on our quest to get a 3rd consecutive undefeated championship season. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic615. Check out the GoFundMe link that's pinned at the top of the X profile, and it's also linked in the YouTube bio. And until next time, guys, as always, Skol Vikes and go blue.